My name is Mark Samuel, and I've been working with organizations since literally 1980. And I discovered in 1983 that many of the methods and strategies that I learned from the top professionals in the United States were working on a short-term basis, but didn't achieve sustainable results. And for me, that wasn't acceptable. So I decided to study all the groups that I had worked with and discover what was the single breakdown that seemed to be common with all the groups and all the organizations and all the industries that I had worked with up until that point. And that's when I discovered accountability. When people aren't accountable, then that means that projects don't happen on time, on budget. That means customers aren't getting served. That means you can't keep costs down because there's wasted productivity and efficiency issues. And even more important, when you can't count on each other, you can't trust each other. That's the whole heart of where trust comes from, is in our accountability to each other. And it was not just personal accountability, which is people not keeping their commitments, but it was also a shared accountability where there's silos and territorialism between departments, so that as an organization, the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing, fighting against each other, unresolved conflicts, and this is where many of the projects break down and result in schedules not being met, over budget, we're not satisfying customers. And to me, it had to be resolved. And no matter how many training programs you offer to improve people's skill, if it doesn't turn into a habit, it's not going to be effective. And so that's the heart of what we're doing with accountability, is we're actually looking at accountability from the standpoint of how do we support each other in the way we execute in order to produce results. And basically, it's all about getting breakthrough results. And what I discovered in that time was that what I had been taught and what many facilitators are taught in terms of how to create change simply is too slow, doesn't get business results, isn't always sustainable. And once you start to apply accountability and change the processes to match both personal and shared accountability, we're able to achieve results in 6 months. They're measurable. And the key is that accountability focuses on execution. And what do I mean by execution? It's the way people work together to produce results. If we can't count on each other because I'm not getting the information I need, or decisions aren't getting made, or we're not following up on the decisions we do make, then there's going to be breakdown. And this is what we begin to resolve with organizations by changing their habits of execution in alignment with the kinds of business results they need to achieve. And so you literally create an organization where people can count on each other, because that's the heart of accountability. It's not about punishment, it's not about blame. It is all in service to how do we trust and count on each other for the execution, not just good relationships, but how we need to work together to produce business results. And when you can get measurable business results inside of 6 months that are breakthrough results, morale goes up, business improves, and that's what we're talking about in terms of accountability.